We go baseball. And a look at Giants starter Anthony DeSclafani at the Reds. And whoo, boy, fella gets outs. Couple of innings, 1 run, 1 strikeout. Let's get to baseball and a look at Giants starter Anthony DeSclafani at the Reds. Ooh, boy, he gets outs. Couple of innings, 1 run, and 1 strikeout. You want some offense? Up at top of the second. Giants swung the lumber. 21-year-old outfielder Elliot Ramos, one of the club's top prospects, clipped a 2-run blast here. And then in the 7th, he was back at it again. Another home run. The Giants' lead at that point was 8-3. Fast forward, top 8, and Joey Bart, boom. When he gets them, it is no cheapie. Giants hit 5 home runs today. They beat the Reds 9-4. Now, when he holds the bat like this, A's fans, you know it's Matt Olson. A's hosted the Indians in Mesa, and a lot of balls left the yard. Olson's 3rd home run of the spring. And 1 batter later, the other Matt Chapman. And that one, a no doubt. First inning, back-to-back jacks, 4 home runs in the game, won by the A's 9-4. Did you know that the 2 active leaders in games played at shortstop both play in the Bay Area? That's almost 3,000 games between Brandon Crawford and Elvis Andrus. Andrus, a fresh face in Oakland, and Crawford, a pending free agent in San Francisco. Dennis O'Donnell has more.
Thank you, Vern. It's hard to imagine Brandon Crawford wearing anything but orange and black, right? But it's very possible that that cute little kid who wanted the Giants to stay in San Francisco could be finding his way out of town at the end of this season. Blink and you might have missed it. Crawford is going on a decade as the fixture at shortstop. Has more rings than Willie Mays himself, the legend he used to pester for an autograph.
As a kid, I got Willie. He was.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he was out here at spring training, and my dad told me to run over and get it. So.
Crawford isn't blessed with the 5 tools Mays had. He's a 3-time Gold Glover, but a lifetime .250 hitter, and he admits to having naysayers in the back of his mind.
I think I've always kind of done that throughout my whole career. Is try to. Prove doubters wrong, prove people wrong. And I mean, yeah, that's definitely not going to stop this year.
One of those doubters might have been the manager. When word of a platoon came out of Gabe Kapler's office last summer, Crawford did not sound pleased.
Are you telling him, hey, Gabe, I can hit lefties. You don't have to sit me. I'm good.
we have had a talk.
How'd the talk go?
It was fine. we both heard each other.
But Crawford led his back through the talking in 2020. He had a career-high 792 OPS, most of the damage coming against righties.
Craw had an awesome season last year. Craw's our starting shortstop, and we're just going to look at the opposing pitcher every night and decide which lineup gives the Giants the best chance to win.
While Crawford wonders what his future holds, he'll play a role in grooming the next great shortstop.
He's a Gold Glover, and it's crazy how he can help, and there's a reason why he is. I mean, he puts a lot of work in his craft.
Whether it's Mauricio Dubon or 19-year-old Marco Luciano up next, the little guy from Pleasanton is probably hoping to stay a year or 2 more.
Like I said, not trying to think about any of that right now, and just try to have a good year.
Crawford is set to be part of a free agent class loaded with all-star shortstops. Meanwhile, in Mesa, the A's new shortstop has big shoes, or should I say blue suede shoes, to fill this season.
There's a lot of pressure, and I do want to impress for sure. I want to give a good impression.
Just take a walk down Lonely Street to Heartbreak Hotel.
The A's were in Heartbreak Hotel after Marcus Semien signed with Toronto.
The hole at shortstop was a little unnerving for a while. kind of scary, thinking like, gosh, we kind of need a shortstop. So when we signed Elvis, it was like a sigh of relief.
After being in Texas for 12 seasons, Elvis was all shook up to be in green and gold.
After the first day, it was kind of a little weird, but you know, my family and everybody said they look good, so you know, I trust them.
Falling in love.
Elvis can't help falling in love with his new manager.
I'm ready to, you know, go out there and kill somebody in the field for him for sure.
He's very driven right now. He wants to resurrect his career. He had some injuries last year. You know, he's in a new place. You get invigorated.
You ain't nothing but...
With over 300 career stolen bases, Elvis plans to be the A's hound dog on the base paths.
I mean, I'm hoping. That's something that I noticed. I was like, I know you guys can hit, but like, why nobody's stealing here?
He's pretty aware when he needs to steal, and you know, can pick up some things for some of our guys.
After a way down year in 2020, Elvis can't wait to perform in front of fans once again.
Playing baseball with no fans is not baseball. It's so boring.
Thank you very much.
Elvis might be taking his act to Oakland, but Texas is paying half his salary over the next 2 seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, O'Donnell has left the building.
All right, Dennis. Andrus was acquired in the 5-player deal that sent Chris Davis to Texas. Ahead on game day, wait until you see how far Bryson DeChambeau hit it this time at the Arnold Palmer Invitational in Florida.
This is Game Day on KPIX 5.
Game day, folks. Let's get right after it tonight on an NBA All-Star Weekend crammed into one day. Hey, if the game was a meal, check the hors d'oeuvre appetizer. Steph Curry, the headliner of the three-point contest in Atlanta. He held the national audience with a jaw-dropping shooting performance. Swept the ball rack in the opening round here. Advanced to the finals with the highest point total. Oh, that is beautiful, huh? Look at that ball. Now, only Utah's Mike Conley had a puncher's chance at staying with Curry. His final round total, 27 points. That was the number. Curry had to beat 27, and he went to work. Made it interesting by nailing 4 of his last 5 shots, and the game's greatest shooter did not disappoint. Clinched it with his final ball. Say hello to Steph Curry, the 2015 and now the 2021 three-point champ.
I get to bring this home finally. The Splash Bros, we are back, so this one goes out to Klay Thompson. We got it done, big fella.
We had a couple battles back and forth, and you know, anytime you're shooting in this environment, you can't help but think about how much fun Klay would have. I think it's in its rightful place right now, so we'll keep it.
Big Warriors everywhere. Jason Richardson, dunk contest, former champ, judging this go-around. At the halftime of this All-Star game, the rookie Obi Toppin of the Knicks. Slick through the legs move, got the highest number in the first round. Look at that. If only I could do that on a Nerf basketball. Then the Blazers rookie Anthony Simmons got involved. Ball propped 11 feet high, and look at this. He went up and got it and threw it down. Simmons is fixed for 3 with big hops. The two advanced to the final, and here's what won it. What'd you think? Looked like he wanted to kiss it, then turned away. The judges still made him the winner. He is the first dunk champion from Portland. As for the game, Steph and LeBron James joined forces for the first time ever. Curry, a corner pocket 3. Turned around before the shot went in. Look at this. Oh, man, that's showing off. It looked like they were chummy, huh? And for a change, Curry on the receiving end of an alley-oop. Hung on the rim. He scored 28 and was dazzling. Into the half. Damian Lillard from half court. Oh, my. And the next trip down, here's Curry. Why not? Throw it up. What a shot. What a show. Curry, 28 points. Second half, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the bank was open. A perfect 16 for 16 tonight, 35 points, won the MVP. First team to 170 wins, and Lillard, Dame time. He and Curry each knocked down 8 threes. Team LeBron beat Team Durant 170 to 150. All right, so let's go ahead and go to Atlanta and bring in Marc Spears, senior NBA writer for ESPN. Let me just ask you, what was your fun part of the day?
Well, you didn't even talk about it. I loved all the HBCU stuff that took place. It was great. Gladys Knight sang the national anthem before the game, and there was just a lot of HBC love in the crowd. And even the deputy commissioner from the NBA started stepping. So perhaps there were some things you didn't see, but no, I really enjoyed the fact that they gave $3 million to HBCUs and brought a lot of attention to the historically Black college.
See, I left it open for you to answer the question. I mean, you were there, I wasn't. So, and I know you're a lover of music, and I know that you were entertained. Hey, as for the game, did these guys really want to play this game?
You know, there certainly was reason not to want to be here. When you see video of people partying without masks in Atlanta, and I mean, which I think was going on anyway, but certainly goes to a different level here with All-Star. There certainly was reason not to want to be here. But, you know, once the game started, you could tell they were engaged. The format in which, you know, they're kind of going by quarter to win for charities, it's made the game much better in each of the last 2 years. And I think it's going to continue to be that way going forward. But, you know, Paul George actually said it best. He actually liked it. He's like, I got in and got out in the same day. He wouldn't mind if they continue doing it this way.
Okay, all right, fair enough, fair enough. As for the NBA Slam Dunk Contest, and be honest, were you overwhelmed or were you underwhelmed?
Well, if somebody hasn't dunked in 20 years, I'm always going to be impressed by a dunk contest. But I enjoyed it for them to throw it together at halftime, and I thought Simons was great. You know, he didn't kiss the rim, but it probably would have hurt his face if he did that. And I thought Obi Toppin was really good. And for a really quick dunk contest, and maybe that's the way they need to do it, is continue to make it pretty fast to keep the energy going. I really enjoyed it, man. I guess it's kind of like coming to America. A lot of people didn't like it, and I liked it. So maybe I'm just an easy person to please.
All right, so how much of a show did Steph Curry put on for you? I mean, they had him all over the place. 3-point shootout, teammates with LeBron for the first time. Certainly didn't disappoint us or the national audience. How about you?
I mean, pound for pound, he was the MVP of the night, although MVP was Giannis for the game. Won the 3-point competition, was fascinating. I like the addition to the 3-point competition where they have, I guess it's called the Mountain Dew shot, which is basically where you're almost like shooting from the logo. So they had 2 of those, and which made us and give the ability to set a record for points. So I like that. And that, you know, Steph lives up to these moments. And then in the game, you know, he got the 2-handed dunk, which shocked me. It'd probably be the last dunk you see his career. And made the 3-pointer where he looked away. So I you know, he certainly is worth the price of admission, but unfortunately, due to the pandemic, just were a handful of people in the crowd. So most people got to enjoy it from home, but certainly would have enjoyed it much better if they got to be in Atlanta at the game.
Yeah, I think they did the best that they could with this one. Let me just ask you from a personal standpoint. I know you flew in the day before the game, but how hard was it to
No, I flew in this morning.
Oh, you flew in this morning? Even so, I mean,
Yes.
what happens? You fly in, you show up. Do they test you? And then I mean, how much of a hassle was it to get into this game?
It was limited in terms of media access, but I don't think a lot of media wanted to go. The only reason why I do not have my mask on right now is I'm like one of the last people here. I actually went by Oakland International Airport and took a COVID test on Friday per ESPN. I had to do that, passed it. So, you know, they're not playing. And I just went to my hotel this morning. Luckily, I have great status with Marriott. Got in my room early and sat around there and probably ordered some takeout. I didn't need to eat, but I'm feeling okay. I got my water. and I'm flying out at 9 a.m., which basically means I won't even be here 24 hours.
All right, we'll leave you with this one. I mean, let's get back to the Warriors. They get back to work on Thursday against the Clippers. So who on that team, not named Steph Curry or Draymond Green, really needs to shine for the Warriors to be relevant this second half of the season?
I'm gonna put some pressure on the young fella, James Wiseman. Number 2 pick in the draft, shown a lot of flashes. Regardless to whether he's coming off the bench or not, he's somebody that can affect both sides of the court. And so I look, Anthony Edwards has picked it up of late. LaMelo Ball's certainly getting a lot of attention right now. So it's time for him to snatch that attention back. He told me during the All-Star break he was probably going to try to go to Alcatraz and enjoy some of the beaches and some In-N-Out. Hopefully not too much In-N-Out, but I think once he gets back, it's time for him to be healthy and special, and he has the ability to do that.
All right, well, hey, I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us. You look like you need a steak dinner in your own right. You certainly earned one. So, hey, safe flight
I don't
back,
need one
Mark.
now. Keep drinking this water.
Okay. Hey, we'll see you when you get
All right,
home,
brother.
man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Marc Spears, senior writer for the NBA for ESPN. As we pivot now to college basketball and the NCAA tournament bid, and the spotlight is on the Pac-12 women's champion, Stanford Cardinal. Senior guard Kiana Williams and the 4th-ranked Cardinal got it done in Vegas against number 9 UCLA, named the tournament's most outstanding player. She knocked down 5 threes in the semis, 6 tonight. Finished with 26 points. Stanford led by 23 at the half. Fourth quarter, Cameron Brink handed to Lexi Hull. She had a season-high 24. Cardinal beat UCLA 75-55 for their 14th Pac-12 tournament title since 2002. The women's NCAA tournament is in Kiana Williams' hometown, San Antonio, Texas. Ahead on Game Day, what's up with baseball spring training in Arizona? Is Pleasanton's own Brandon Crawford about to start his final season with the Giants? And the future Giants bats look potent today. Prospects on display against the Reds.
Arnold Palmer alert! Arnold Palmer alert! Who wants some Arnie Palmies?
Oh, that Arnold Palmer Invitational, always a show. Speaking of a show, how about Bryson DeChambeau, 6-hole? They said, hey, drive the lake, go ahead. And that's what he did. Look at this. He hit it 376 yards. That's some man strength. He had a stroke advantage as the 11th. How was his putting? From 50 yards. Bryson. How about a Fresca? Boom. Maintain his advantage over Lee Westwood. Westwood at 18 to stay within a shot of the lead. Yes. So DeChambeau needed this at the finishing hole to clinch. Oh, give me the muscle flex reaction. Almost $1.7 million for his 8th career win and his first since the U.S. Open in September. Auto racing, Raider fans sure know this familiar player who sounded off at the start of the NASCAR event in Las Vegas.
Drivers, start your engines! Let's go!
Raider quarterback Derek Carr screaming. Sacramento native Kyle Larson winning. Navigating the number 5 car to victory lane, won his first race since being suspended for using a racial slur during a virtual race last year. Back to wrap things up after this.
Good one here. Houston's Kelvin Sampson. What a finish. Memphis with the ball needed a prayer with 8 seconds left. Just follow the shot. Boogie Ellis to tie the game. Boom! So 1 second left. Houston had the inbounds to midcourt, and Trayvon Mark let it fly. What a way to close out the American Athletic Conference regular season. 67-64. Houston Cougars on top. Hey, does anybody out there remember Sister Jean, one of the stars of the 2018 March Madness season, the chaplain for Loyola Chicago? She's 101 years old now, and she's still got a fan base.
I've got 4 words for you, America. Get Sister Jean vaccinated.
Loyola and White on attack inside. That's Cameron Krutwig over Drake University. The big fella scored 20, and the Ramblers won the game 75-65 in the Missouri Valley Conference in St. Louis, the automatic NCAA tournament bid. All right, that's about all the time we've got tonight. For Dennis O'Donnell, I'm Vern Glenn. We'll see you next time. So long.